The B in OBJ to critics might stand for buyer or beware or both. OBBJ, Odell Buyer Beware Jr., Mike Fisher reporting on the latest on Odell Beckham Jr. The Dallas Cowboys, for sure. Buffalo Bills, I think, too, believe that they've done all the homework and all the research on Odell Beckham Jr., the terrific and, we think, knee rehabbed wide receiver, two-time All-Pro, who just turned 30 years old and wants to make his big move to a Super Bowl contender. And the Cowboys are certainly one of the lead horses there. So are the Buffalo Bills, the New York Giants, among the other teams in the mix. What the Cowboys have done, and very publicly done, is announce their research. From the owner, Jerry Jones, to the coaching staff, Mike McCarthy, to everybody in the locker room, the Cowboys believe in Odell Beckham Jr. as a person. Guys who have known him for a long time swear by him and have testified to that, to Mike McCarthy and elsewhere. Von Miller, now dealing with his own knee injury, surely has done the same thing in the building with Buffalo. But then comes a Sunday morning incident on a commercial flight in Miami. And depending on who tells the story, if it's Odell telling the story, he says, this is a comedy. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Now I've seen it all. The police say that they had to be called because Odell was unresponsive on the plane, on the American Airlines flight, and that flight attendants tried to wake him to get him to fasten his seatbelt, and he first did not wake up, according to them, and then became belligerent when he did. They asked him to exit the plane. He refused. The plane was on the tarmac. According to some people who were on the plane, was taxiing as they were telling him, we need you to leave the plane. He refused to do so. Here come police and other law enforcement types, fire department people as well, in part because the airline and the police say they were concerned for Odell Beckham Jr.'s health. The plane turns around, according to testimony of those on the flight, goes back down the tarmac. Everybody, all the passengers on the plane, asked to deplane. And then finally, as they're standing in the airport wondering what the problem was, here comes a couple of officers and Odell Beckham Jr. This doesn't mean that a crime was committed. This doesn't mean that all of a sudden the teams that think that he's not a drama guy or not a diva have to change their minds. But you certainly have to admit and cannot get away from the fact on Odell Beckham Jr. This is, if not a troublemaker, very much an attention getter as he gets ready to take his visits. The latest now is he's going to start with the Giants on this Thursday and Friday, be in Dallas, Frisco, Texas, home of the Star, on Monday the 5th, and then logic says he would spend Saturday and Sunday with the Buffalo Bills, who, by the way, play the New England Patriots, of course, that same weekend. So Odell Beckham Jr. has got his schedule. He'll be on a flight, maybe when he goes to his tour around the state of New York, and then his tour to Texas and elsewhere. Maybe he'll find himself a private airplane. Fish out.